Hello students, welcome back to the third video of this playlist. So in this video we will be solving the third question from May 2024 P4 P1 paper. So let's see what's the question number 3 it's about. So basically question number 3, the concept behind question number 3, it's discussed in chapter number 4, that is graphs and transformations of your P1 textbook. So in order to be able to solve this question, definitely you have practiced problems and definitely you have done the chapter number 4 from your P1 textbook. So in this question you will need concepts related to transformations, like how transformation works, like horizontal along the horizontal axis, transformation along the vertical axis, how these works. You need to have idea about these transformations. Okay, so let's get started with question number 3. So right at first you can see a sketch of a curve is given. So here figure 1 shows a sketch of the curve with equation y equals to f of x. The equation of the curve is not given, okay, but there are 3 points given where the curve is passing through. The curve passes through the points what? -1, 0, okay, 0, 2, that's the y-intercept. The previous one, -1, 0, was the x-intercept, and touches the x-axis at the point 3, 0. Okay, it touches, not intersects. It touches the x-axis at point what? 3, 0. Okay. Now the question is, on separate diagrams, we need to sketch the curve with equation y equals to f of x plus 3. We need to sketch the curve, like the transformed curve of this given curve. Okay. So f of x plus 3. At first consider, like, what type of transformation is this? Look, plus x plus 3. That means 3 has been added within the bracket of the function. So we know that if any constant is added or multiplied within the bracket of a function, this is basically transformation along what? Along the x-axis. That is horizontal transformation. And since the constant has been added, for addition it is what? Translation. That is translation along the horizontal axis. And definitely you know, along the horizontal axis always the opposite thing happens. How opposite? Here you can see that it is x plus 3. That is 3 has been added within the bracket of the function. So what does it mean by the word opposite? When you will be sketching the curve, you need to do the opposite thing. Here it is x plus 3. What we will do, we will subtract 3 from all of the x coordinates. Along the horizontal axis always the opposite thing happens. That means the curve you can see in this figure 1, this curve will move to the what? Left or right? Definitely left. It will move to the left by 3 units. Okay, so that means it was -1 where it is intersecting the x-axis. From -1 it will become what? -4, 0. The y values will remain as it is because it is what? Horizontal translation only. 3, it will become what? From 3 it will become what? 0, 0. That means it will bounce back from the origin, and this value will become what? -3, 2. But it's not significant because the question has just they wanted only the points where the curve intersects the axis. Okay, so let's sketch. Okay, so let's sketch the curve, the transformed curve y equals to f of x plus 3. Let me write the y-axis here at first, then the x-axis there, the horizontal axis, the x-axis. Now consider the points of intersection with the x-axis. From left, we know that curve, the Cartesian axis starts from the left side. So on the left side the first left point is what? -4, 0. Okay, so it will intersect the x-axis at what? -4, 0. and it will intersect the y-axis at 0 0 at the origin. Okay, so the curve starts from there, it intersects it bounces back from the origin and goes to the top. Okay, that's just a sketch. So your what the shape has to be perfect, but it can be what curved, like you can it's not a problem. So -4 0 0 0, it shouldn't it's not mandatory to be perfect. It might be like not perfect, it's okay, but the shape should be perfect, like where it is intersecting the x-axis, where it is intersecting the y-axis, these points should be what clear. So this is the what sketch of the curve f of x plus what 3. That's it, done. Part A is done. Next, part B. For part B, it is what y equals to f of minus 3x. F of minus 3x. The previous one was plus 3, but now it is minus 3x. So basically here two types of transformation in one place. Negative 3x. The first thing you can see, this is a negative value has been multiplied, and second thing you can see here that a constant has been multiplied, that is 3. So for negative multiplication, this is one type of transformation, that is called reflection, and for multiplication of the constant, that is 3, it is a type of transformation called what? Stretching. So since it is the two values, -1 and -1 and 3, that is -3 has been multiplied within the bracket of the function, that means everything here happening along the x-axis, horizontal transformations. Okay, so if negative value is multiplied within the bracket, then we know that it is what? It is reflection on the y-axis, because all the x coordinates will be getting multiplied by the negative value. So for this reason, the positive x values will go to the negative part, the positive x values will become negative, and the negative x values will become what? Positive, right? That's why it is what? Reflection on the y-axis. And next is, so we understood that it will get what? It will get reflected on the y-axis. Now consider the stretch. So this is stretching along the x-axis, and for stretching along the x-axis, always the opposite thing happens. Here 3 has been multiplied within the bracket, so it doesn't mean that all the x coordinate will get tripled. Okay, it doesn't mean that all the x coordinates will get tripled. The opposite thing will happen. That means all the x coordinates will get 1/3. Make sense? Okay, so let's consider the points. Okay, for part 2, this point 3 will become what? -1 0, because 3 over 3 is what? 1, and as it is getting multiplied by negative value, that means it will be what? -1 0. Okay, and then consider this point. This point will become what? Positive 1/3 0. Fine. And this point will become what? 0, because anything you multiply with 0, it will be 0, and the y value would be what? As it is, not change with the y value, because it is everything what? Along the horizontal axis, so no change in along the y-axis, so the y coordinate will remain same. So we got the 3 points, the position of the 3 points. This is the first, like 1/3 0. It will go like, it will be on the positive x-axis. This is -1 0, which will be on the negative x-axis, and the next one is what? 0 2. This is the y-intercept. Okay, so now it's time to sketch. At first, which point we will focus on? The first point is this one, because this lies on the negative x-axis, from where the sketch will start. Okay, -1 0. Okay, let's draw the axis at first. This is the y-axis, and this is the x-axis. Okay, so we got the what? points of intersection with the x-axis, there is -1, 1 is -1, 0, 2. The points are -1 and what? -1. The other one was 1/3, right? Okay. So it comes from -1. Okay, goes 1/3. Okay, it should get it should get more steeper. It will get more steeper. It will intersect the y-axis at 0, 2, and then intersect the positive x-axis at 1/3, bounces back and goes up. That's it. So you will get what? -1, 0. That would be what? 0, 2, right? It's remaining as it is. And then what? 1/3, 0. This is the sketch for the transformed graph of f of x, that is f of -3x. And that's all about the third question from May 2024 P1 paper. Fine.